Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Titian Panggali. I'm from 4C class and my student's number is 222-324-0033. So today in this video I will present my learning planning portfolio that consists of curriculum analysis and a lesson plan based on the Merdeka curriculum. And the topic focuses on opinion, agreement, and disagreement for grade 11 of senior high school students. Okay, as we can see on this slide, my project consists of two main sections, which is the first one is curriculum analysis. So in this part, I try to analyze the learning outcomes, learning objectives, learning objective sequence, as well as the teaching approach and assessment used in English learning. And for the other section, which is the second one, is the lesson plan. It includes the topic selection as learning activities, assessment design, and reflection. So this part are connected because the lesson plan was developed based on the curriculum analysis. And based on my curriculum analysis, English learning in this phase has several important characteristics. And the first one is a text-based and context-oriented. It means that students learn language through meaningful situations and text. And then learning is student-centered, where students all actively participate in classroom activities. And then my curriculum also focuses on developing communicative competence, critical thinking skills, and digital literacy. So in English learning covers in this English learning it covers 6 language elements, which is listening, speaking, reading, writing, viewing, and presenting. Okay, for the next slide, from the learning outcomes, I try to formulated several learning objectives. So students are expected to identify information from spoken text, interpret meanings from written and visual text, express opinions and arguments clearly, write a structured text, and present information effectively using multimedia. And then to achieve this objective, I developed a learning sequence that starts with listening activities, followed by reading, speaking, writing, and presenting activities. So the sequence it's helped the students to develop their language skills. Okay, for the next slide, lesson plan. I selected the topic on opinion, agreement, and disagreement, right? And then in this topic was chosen because it's closely related to students' daily communication and helps them develop speaking skills. And the lesson objectives are for students to identify an expressions of opinion, agreement, and disagreement, use them appropriately in conversations, and respond to different opinions in discussion. Okay, so my lessons use a genre-based approach, or we can say GBA. So the first stage is like building a knowledge of the field, where students watch a video, then they try to identify a topic, discussing their prior knowledge. And then the second is a modeling of the text. So in this stage, students analyze dialogues, identify language expressions, and learn their social function. And then for the final one, it was a joint construction of the text that students create dialogues, practice conversations, and perform uh, a role plays using the expressions that they have learned. So through all these stages, students are gradually build their communication skill. So for the next slide is assessment. It's conducted through a three-stage too. A diagnostic assessment is carried out through oral questions, classroom discussion, and observation to identify students' knowledge. And then formative assessment takes place during the learning process by observing participation, group discussion, and speaking practice. And then the summative assessment conducted through a role play or dialogue performance. Students are assessed based on their use of opinion, agreement, and disagreement expressions. Okay, so for the final slide, which is the reflection section, I will say that in this project, I really learned a lot about curriculum analysis or making a planning, creating effective lesson plan. Yeah, I also learned that learning objectives can help us as the teachers to make an instructional decision, while assessment should always be aligned with learning goals. So yeah, I think this project helped me to understand and how curriculum analysis has been made, and it's really helpful for my future to develop a better learning or lesson plan. And I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.